3 rooms at once sounds tough, but not when Adam's on the job.
Just like that, we'll have our new laundry.
It's a turn up for the books as Jason is giving his dad the advice.
Well, I believe you.
It's a 1,000-year-old garden that gets better with time.
Look at the colour, isn't it amazing?
The Makeover house is coming along and we're in the home stretch of this full home reno and we're pretty pleased with the results, if we do say so ourselves.
Oh, stop it.
We're not quite there yet. There is still one very important and large space to be done, and that's an area that possibly has the largest impact on any reno.
It's the kitchen and dining area, this very central part of the home. Do you remember our impressions when we first came here all those months ago?
I do. Overall, I think it's great. I think the layout works. I mean, for me, the only thing I would say is the doors.
It's a little bit yellow, isn't it?
It's a little on the yellow side. This is great. Black granite bench tops. But overall, this is a cosmetic job. This isn't big.
Fantastic. Well, if that's the case and it's more cosmetic, let's make it a little bit harder and throw in the laundry as well.
3 rooms in one.
We love a challenge.
You know, that's a laundry, dining room, and a kitchen, which, you know, it makes sense in the long run.
It does. Look, I mean, you get all the trades in at once and it might cost you a little bit more at the start, but it saves you a lot.
And a lot of mess. So let's just get it done and finish this place.
So what's first, Taz?
You know what it is. Clean it
Clear
out.
out.
You love this part. Oh my God, that's heavier than I thought that.
God, these things weigh a ton, don't they?
See, everyone says it looks so easy on TV. It's not always easy, is it, Ads?
Well, I'll invent white goods that maybe weighed a little bit less.
I feel like I'm holding the intravenous drip here.
You're doing well, Taz.
Yeah. Over the years, I'm sure you've seen me hand paint a lot of kitchen cupboard doors. And sure, it is a DIY job. Anyone can do this, provided they've got time to spend on the doors and area to spread out, because you need to take all of the doors off and hand paint them. So you can actually send your doors away and have them professionally spray painted. So he's going to sand it all off and he's going to lime wash them for me. They're going to come back and look brand new.
With the fridge moving into the kitchen where it belongs, it's left this large area here, which is really dead space. So the idea is to make the laundry bigger, which is going to make it easier to be more practical. So what we need to do there is knock down this wall. Now, the first thing you do before you knock down a wall is check if it's load bearing. That means any weight coming from your roof and transferring down the wall. For us, we've looked, there's no load bearing points, which means I can start knocking it down.
There is a bit of a tip when you're removing your doors to have them refinished. Now, first up, what you need to do, of course, is always label your doors. That way you'll know where they go back to. So if you leave the entire hinge in place, once the door comes back, it's just going to fit perfectly. No need for adjustment. It's going to save you a lot of time later. Pretty good tip, huh?
The other thing you want to be mindful of when you're removing a wall is obviously the surfaces. You can see here we've got a light switch, and on this side we've got the gas. So you don't want to go swinging with the sledgehammer because you could hit the gas and blow the whole joint up. So a good thing to do is be careful when you're removing this plasterboard. On both sides you expose the surfaces and you get the licensed trades in to disconnect them.
You can't be serious.
What's going on, Taz?
It wasn't this wall. It was that one.
That's all right, I'll just
Call it the boys to patch it up.
Are you joking? Good job,
I
good
thought
job.
you were joking. Jeez, Taz.
You look scared.
My heart skipped a beat for a second. Just for that, Tara, you can knock out the other wall. She thinks I'm joking. No, I'm serious. Just that little 600 wing wall where the fridges go, we just need it knocked out just so there's enough room to get
Done
a big...
in no time. Keep up the good work.
And now I can see our surfaces. I'm right to kick this wall in.
Oh, yeah!
That's how we do it.
Hey, this would have been... Can I do that again? Originally, this would have been where the fridge should have gone. So we need to take away all of these cupboards And of course the end nib wall, and it'll fit perfectly in here with an end panel. So as luck would have it, it's all going to work out well. Ooh.
The question was asked when we first walked through this house, are these tiles going to stay or are they going to go? Well, the verdict's in, and I think this answers the question.
Is it bad to admit that I love a bit of demolition?
That's it, Tars. It got a little bit noisy, a little bit dusty, but we got through it all.
Certainly did. It looks so much better. I'm happy with it already.
Yeah, definitely. It just opens the whole place up, literally.
It does. So we've got some building work to do next, haven't we? So we're going to start building stud walls and just making it all good again.
That's right, because all the demo work's done, which means we can start putting this house back together.
Perfect.
Now that I took the wall down between the laundry and dining room, I need to put a new one up in a different position. But instead of making it in place, I'm going to prefab the walls out here. I've cut all my studs and then the noggins that go in between the studs to tie the frames together. Once I've got it laid out, I just need to nail it up. All right, and then we can take them in. Good thing about making them small is one man can carry them. So now it's a matter of just sliding them into place, plumbing them up and fixing them off with the nail gun. Once they're all in place, just like that, we have our new laundry. Then you would have noticed that I only glue on the middle studs, spacing them out about 200 mil. And then for the outside studs, we're going to screw them off all the way and across the top and all the way across the bottom. When it comes time to put the plaster up, you just want to make sure that you use the proper plasterboard screws. Plasterboard's up and I'm just stopping up the joints. Now, a good tip, if you haven't stopped up before and you're getting anybody to go for your first time, is remember that less is more. We're going to have to give all these joints 3 coats.
For the new nook that Adam's creating, I want to add some storage. So what my plan is to build caboodle cabinets. Now, you can get these down at Bunnings and you can get them in all sorts of different sizes and configurations. And if I'm really clever at how I do it, I reckon I can make this like custom cabinetry.
Ah, Tars, a bit of flat packing. Did you need a hand?
To my rescue,
Did you need a hand from the flat pack champion?
You could always give me a hand, you know that.
As a champion, I've decided to retire from flat packing.
You've handed over the baton, haven't you?
Well, beautiful,
because you know we've got plenty of flat packs to put together. I want to fill out that whole laundry space. And this is actually going into the nook in the dining room.
That's what the nook's for. I made the nook, so you'll be happy with that. Hopefully I've done it to the right size.
Hopefully you have. So do I have the Flat Pack Champion Award now? Have you handed it over?
Well, you and Jace have to fight that out.
Oh.
Don't worry, Taj, you've got him. He's easy.
Yeah, he's a soft touch, isn't he?
Yeah.
Thank you. I think. Thought he'd give me a hand. Time to get painting on, Adam. I know you love it.
You know I love it, Tara.
I know you love the painting, but hurry up, because this is top coat, that's only the undercoat. So
this is undercoat, all the plastering's finished. But the thing that I like, now we can see how big the dining room is, and there's still enough room for a table here, and we have a bigger laundry.
It's so good, isn't it? And do you know what I'm doing here? I'm actually continuing the colour from the lounge room through. So we're going to have this really nice continuity. Only this time we're using the kitchen and bathroom paint. So it's durable, but it'll keep the colour going. So hurry up.
All right, I'll hurry up. I'll seal this up so then you can come and put the top coat on, Taz.
Lime washing is one of those paint finishes that people think is just a little bit too tricky and too messy. You know, you've got to get the formulation right, you've got to get the ratios right. Well, this is an easy, foolproof way to do it. Some varnishes can actually be tinted. So this one has actually been tinted to liming white. Just check with your local Bunnings just to make sure that they can actually do it. Now, the idea with this is you brush it on in even coats along with the grain. Now, these benches we're going to be using in the laundry and in the dining room nook. So adding that thin layer gives it a really classic, sophisticated look.
And to fill in the space above the fridge, we're just going to put this black open shelf and we'll finish it off on the other end with an end panel. It is a bit heavy, so I've got Greg here to help me out. Good, mate. And the trick with this one, because it's going to be an open shelf, and on this side we're going to have the doors, we just want to make sure that we hang it past the thickness of the door. That way, everything ends up flush and the doors are closed.
Now, obviously, we're going to have our cupboards. They've been sent away to be sprayed, so they're all going to come back in. But this piece here, the end panel, it couldn't be removed to be sent away. So I have to paint that in situ. So to tie it in with Adam's end panel, prime with a shellac-based primer, then use your roller just to go neatly over like this. And then once that's dry, you can paint it any colour you like. So this is going to be black to match the other side. That's looking good. Tiles going down.
That's right. So we've got 22 tiles left, and that's just enough to cover this area.
Brilliant. Do you know, I'm so happy. It's all coming together beautifully.
A lot of work has been done, but there is still plenty more to come.
Can't wait. Come on.
That's it.
Our threefold attack on the kitchen, dining and laundry at the Makeover house is coming along beautifully. The tiles have been in and the laundry is looking like a room again. Now, I'm very lucky to have my good friend John here, who's very obliging and helping me out with some of the painting. So what he's working on here, we've got some V-board that we're going to put into the nook in the dining area, and this is going to be our accent colour. It's this beautiful green called spirulina. I love having green because it brings the outside in. Now this table, well, it is amazing. This is the most solid piece of furniture and too good to throw away. The only thing I think going against it is the dark colour. It just ages it a little. So the options, paint, why not? But you can sand, you can prime, or you could take the easy route, and that is to use chalk paint. This is a paint that dries with a velvet matte chalk finish. I'm going straight onto the furniture. I've not sanded, and the coverage is absolutely amazing. It dries super fast, and when it's dry, all it needs is a coat of wax.
It's all good now. It's all good.
I hope you did give me the right measurements, because you'll be cutting again, I think.
No, we'll be right.
So good. Thank you, John, again. He's come inside to paint. Isn't he obliging?
Did you just handball the paint job?
I
off the-
did. Okay, so what's the idea here?
We're going to sit this cabinet straight on top. We've got our studs marked out. I've pre-drilled some holes. So fingers crossed this all works.
Come on, then. Come on, time's wasted.
You just asked me the question, Tars. I can't do two things at once. You already know this. Nice. Right?
Yep, it's good.
Good work.
Doesn't that look professional? Just that little kickboard down below already makes this feel like custom cabinetry. You're a genius.
No, it's all built in now, so it's fantastic. And then to fix it off, just using these 60mm chipboard screws.
Honestly, you could do a built-in like this at home. Just find a corner that really works for you. I mean, here on the edge of the dining room, two flat packs screwed together and it just fits in nicely. So, flat packs forever, I say.
Definitely. Everyone needs more storage.
It's hard to believe he's on an hourly rate. Go, John.
Yeah, well. Jeez.
Ta-da!
Talk about a snug fit. At least we don't have to worry about fixing it off. What do you reckon, Taz?
It's good.
So you're picking up the black on this side as well?
Absolutely. So it brings the black from the kitchen over here, just an end panel cut down.
Yeah.
Bench top goes on. Then we've got all of this space in here for placemats and big platters. It's perfect.
Awesome.
More storage.
You know I love a good platter.
Yes. Well done. Isn't that great?
That is nice.
It's like watching paint dry though, isn't it? Beautiful. I love this green. It's good.
It's nice. Look at that. Hey?
I like it. So cabinets on top.
Oh, I thought I was done. I thought
No,
I was...
more cabinets.
Oh, still
More
working.
storage.
All right. What could possibly go wrong with that? To close off between the laundry and dining room, I'm using this beautiful glass door, and I'm going to be mounting it on a barn-style sliding system. The first thing I need to do is get the rollers out and mount it on the door.
Just to have some good time. Who wants to go all day and all night? Oh, who wants to party now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who wants to have
Before we drill our holes to mount the rollers in place, it's a good idea to mount a piece of timber on the back to stop the holes from blowing out, because no one wants an ugly-looking door.
it's party time? Who wants to take a little time off? Yeah. Who wants to party? Yeah, yeah. Just getting started, and we're never gonna stop.
All right, let's hope Tara's got that track on the wall so we can get this door up. All right, Tars, this door is ready to go. How'd you go with the track?
Yep, it's up, strong. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's
so
nice,
good.
isn't it? I'll make sure not to damage any of the paintwork. We
Yeah.
paid a fortune for this one, haven't you?
That Johnny is by the hour, and I tell you, it's taken a lot of hours for this. Yeah, that's brilliant. Barn doors are the hottest thing right now, and I think that's such a good space-saving idea as well, because in this situation, we'd have a door either swing in or out, and it's really going to impair both spaces.
Yeah.
Whereas this, look at this.
That's fantastic. Look at that.
Beautiful, and it allows that nice light to come through as well.
It
The
does.
only downside about having clear glass through here is you're going to have to keep that laundry.
Laundry clean.
Absolutely,
Yeah. Lucky I'm
spotless.
not living here.
Are you one of those, are you?
Yeah.
Laundry, blank canvas.
That's it, Tars. It's looking great in here. So to keep the costs down, we've obviously kept the plumbing and electrical in the same spot, but we've ended up with all this room.
It's so good. Just pushing that wall out has made such a massive difference to the space. Got a bit of a trick here. So a folding bench for the washing here and something open underneath for the washing basket.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
This little nook, you know, love nooks in this space. I'm going to turn this into like a mudroom area, somewhere where you can actually sit, a little cushion, you can hang your jackets,
Yeah.
and then a full run of bench top across there. Lots of cupboards. I do want to make something tricky for the window so where they can actually hang and air their clothes in that area, because it's not a very good view. So
That's right.
all in all, lots of cabinets, lots of storage. So let's get to it.
Well, I'd rather just keep talking so then I don't have to start work just yet.
Do some work.
Oh, yeah. Start with the biggest cabinet.
You can see there is a bit of continuity in here, black end panel to match with the other rooms, because you can see this room from the dining space. So it's nice to have rooms that link. So it's a good little tip. Beautiful. So again, lime wash timber to tie in with the dining room.
Well, this is exciting,
This is
Tara.
good, isn't it? It's a long bench top.
Very nice.
Very
it's all
happy.
tied together. There's still plenty of room. Loving it. And heaps of storage.
So much better than before.
Yeah.
Now, can you put the door on? Because I'm cold.
Oh, you're a little bit chilly, are you?
I just-
I can fix that up.
He needs to wear some clothes.
No, where am I
Amazing.
from?
Melbourne,
That's
yeah, I know,
right.
I get it, I get it. I'm all about practical design solutions, and because we're not installing a dryer into the laundry, what I want to do is create a drying rack that fits neatly within the window reveal. That way, we utilise the available space. Now, what I've done is measured within the reveal. I need to create a frame, and the ends just need pre-drilling, then everything can be glued and screwed together. Right, main frame built. For the drying rack itself, I want to have 6 bars, so I'm actually using timber dowel. You can buy this from Bunnings. Again, I've had it cut to size. Now, I kind of want to create a ladder. So to do that, you need a special drill bit. Now, this is called a spade bit, and what this does is it kind of digs out a small channel. You just drill very gently. Okay, once you're at the right depth, nice and neat, just keep drilling your way along. So a little bit of glue in each of the holes and screw the dowels in place. I didn't do it, it wasn't me. So let's take a look at how this is going to work. Well, the outer frame, that gets screwed into the window reveal, and this section, well, that's where you hang your clothes out to dry. So I'll hinge it so it comes forward at a slight angle, and when the clothes are dry, you can lock it back in place.
We're ready to put the new external door on this laundry, which is great because it is absolutely freezing outside and it is good to see the old door go. We've gone with the full glass panel so it lets all the light in and makes this laundry feel light and airy. The other good thing about this door is it matches perfectly with the bifold doors that I added on.
When you're working on new spaces for your home, often it's the materials that you choose that create the continuity or the flow throughout the space. Now, in the dining room section, we've added V-board here. This is a really popular material. It adds a lot of character and depth to a room. Now, we chose to paint it green. It's a beautiful backdrop for that space. But here in the mudroom section of the laundry, the area where we're going to hang the coats and sit and take off your boots, I still wanted that profile as the backdrop, but without the colour. So here, the emphasis will be on these beautiful linear profiles. Darling,
What's
sweetie,
going on, Tara? What is
sweetie.
going on? I don't like the tone in your voice.
It's just a little, there's something I need to change in here. It's just little.
But I'm going so well. I'm
It's
getting
fine.
through all the jobs.
It's just these. I know I chose these knobs, but I just don't think they work because they don't really match in with the ones from out there. But you know what little changes mean? Back to Bunnings.
Oh,
Not for you though, I'll
dear
do it.
me.
I'll do it.
No, definitely you're going to be doing that. But it sounds like I'm going to be taking more knobs off.
Well, you know what they say, it's a woman's prerogative to be able to change her mind.
And a smart man says nothing.
Absolutely, I'm back to Bunnings, bye. Our triple room attack on the makeover house is really powering on. The laundry is in good shape now, despite me changing my mind on the cabinet door handles.
Unbelievable.
Ah well, onwards and upwards, the kitchen awaits.
In the kitchen, the range hood is going to be a real feature. So we've gotten rid of all the overhead cupboards and we've kept this one carcass that we're going to be upcycling. So I'm going to jigsaw out this square here and that's where the range hood will go. I've cut up some MDF and some timber mouldings and I'll make another box out of that. To assemble the box, I'm just gluing and screwing it and it will slide over our carcass. To finish it off, I've cut this nice curve that you'll see from the front of the box and it sits right in there. And to finish dressing up this box, I'm just putting on this beautiful timber beading. It's really going to take this range hood through the roof.
To finish it off, an undercoat. And then a coat of black to tie in with our kitchen benches. Well, I'm really happy with the colour, it's fantastic. So now it's time to finish it. Now with chalk paint, you do have a couple of choices. You could varnish like an ordinary paint that just gives you a soft sheen, but I kind of want this to have an old patina, so I'm distressing it. So what I'm using for that is steel wool. If you want to add further protection and enhance the colour, use some furniture wax. Just give it a very gentle rub, and you can already see that there's a soft sheen about it. As you work, you might even notice just on the edge parts here, on the little corners where the paint's a bit thinner, you actually rub through to the base layer. I actually quite like that look because it sort of shows through and you get this colour contrast. So we've got this nice reddy brown showing through the dark graphite. It's a really beautiful combo.
What's that saying? Millimetre perfect.
Progress in the kitchen, that looks great.
You like it?
I love that.
Yeah, it's really going to make the range hood pop.
What do you think of these, speaking of like?
Hey, we've got some splashback tiles.
Pretty, aren't they?
Yeah,
Don't you
very
love-
nice.
So I'm thinking these for the splashback here and also in the laundry.
Yep.
Everybody loves a subway tile. Classic, you can't beat them really. But these ones slightly different because obviously they're smaller and they have this nice bevel, which means that they really bounce light around the room. So I think these will look fab.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm picking up a bit of a flow here, Taj. You've got the green over there, and obviously we're going to see it through the laundry door because it's glass. So all these areas just get connected.
I know. See, we planned it that way, huh?
Yeah, it's all starting to make sense to me.
I think I planned is, I think you should lay them this time. I've got other things to do. So.
Oh, no, you love just handballing work off to me, don't you?
Carry on.
When it comes to laying these mini subway tiles, it's great that they're on a mat because to lay each one individually would be a nightmare. But there's a few things that you do need to remember when it comes to laying tiles on a mat. You don't want to use a big notch trowel. So you want to go from maybe a 4 to a 6 notch trowel. Anything bigger, the glue's just going to squirt out through the grout joint.
Look, I don't know what your kitchen looks like, but for me, despite all good attempts, it inevitably ends up by the end of the week looking like a bit of an electronics dumping ground. We've got chargers for iPads, we've got phones, keys, you know, all of that stuff that just tends to gather. So what I want to do here is corral everything and just make it neat and tidy with a technology hub. So I'm starting with a flat pack. This is a 600mm wide cabinet. It's a wall cabinet. Now, did you know you can actually go to Bunnings and they can customise your cabinets for you? So if you don't have the skills or the tools to be able to cut down cabinets yourself, they can actually do the job if you just give them the dimensions. So for this one, it's a nice slimline cabinet. It's a box construction, it will hang on the wall, and just for the side panels, what I'm going to do is just clad them with black to time with the rest of the kitchen.
For the grouting, you just want to make sure that it's a toothpaste consistency, and when you apply it, you want to try and get as much of the excess off as possible. That way, it's a lot easier to clean.
Here we go, one last cabinet into the mix.
Another one?
Another one.
What's this one for?
This is the technology hub, so this is where all of the chargers and everything will go. Okay, I'm going to get this onto the wall. What are you up to
You need a
next?
hand?
No, I'm good.
All good? I don't need any more work to do I, Tara?
No, you don't. There we go. See, Adam, this is what I meant. This is a nice, neat solution. No more messy sockets. Look at this. USB cord goes straight in. You can plug your phone or your tablet there.
Yeah, awesome.
Close the door. If I drill a hole up through there, you can also keep it on top. What do you think?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Kitchen lighting is just so important. You really want to make sure you get the positions correct, otherwise you're going to end up working in your own shadow. So instead of flooding the ceiling with downlights, which casts shadow as you're working, what we've done here is we've placed them exactly where we need them. So we've got 2 above the stove, 1 on either side, and the same above the sink. Now for the island bench, we could have done ceiling lights, but something just a little bit more decorative is to add pendant lighting and just have this lower, soft ambience. And as you know, the rule of thumb in design is always go for odd numbers. So here we've gone for 3. I just think it looks better that way.
We're back in the laundry, and as Tara said earlier, we're going to be turning this little nook into a mudroom. That way, if you've been gardening outside, you can come in through the laundry and leave all your dirty clothes and shoes here before you go into the dining and kitchen. The first thing I need to do is put a bench seat here. So I'll be using battens and screwing them to the wall. I'll be putting 3 fixings in here.
Remember back to the way this kitchen looked before? Solid timber doors, but varnish that was so old it had actually almost gone orange. Well, there's nothing wrong with these doors, so we decided to refinish them. Now, we chose to go for a lime wash finish, and this is the result, before and after. Now, we had around 25 doors and drawers, so all up, if you're wondering about the cost, just under $2,000 to have them completely refinished. It sounds like a lot, but to replace all of these doors would have cost so much more. So we've added new handles, and I think the result's spectacular. We've almost got a brand new kitchen.
Tara, you need a hand?
Oh, I do. Someone tall, dark and handsome, but you'll do.
Definitely not me. These doors are gorgeous.
Aren't they amazing? Very happy with the result. Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so we've got to get all these doors on.
No, you're doing well. You get there.
I love it. You just handballed me the whole job.
Kitchen doors on? Check. It's exciting when it all starts to come together at the end. Next job is to install the drying rack in the laundry.
Although this does look like quite a permanent structure, in actual fact, what I've done is just pinned it with one screw on either side. It's great. So westerly sun, this is going to dry all of the clothes in no time. So all I need to do now is just add the chain. And when the appliances go in, you know the end is in sight. Oh, look at that. Ah, yes, it's in. Oh, job nearly done.
This is beautiful. This is where the fridge is always meant to be. It looks brilliant. Oh, I love it. All that's left now is to pretty our 3 rooms up. Of course, that's my specialty. Tara's lucky I'm here, and this triple treat makeover is done. Tars, how good are the handles?
So much better.
Yeah.
See, it was worth changing my mind for.
You were right, you were right. They're always right.
Right answer. This is brilliant. I love this space. So what do you think of the colour scheme?
I love it, Tars. I love it because it just flows through into the dining room and then into the kitchen.
What happens when you find out your best is good enough?
So good.
Yeah, it's awesome. And also, how good is this space here? Because before this was dead space, we used to have the fridge here, the wall was pushed back that way. So not only bringing the wall forward, we've ended up with a bigger laundry,
Yeah.
but it's allowed us to create this server area.
And you don't even realise that that's missing now, that little bit of floor space, because we've given it so much storage again. So we haven't really lost anything, we've actually gained.
Yeah, that's right.
Turns out to be an amazing life.
And the fact that we've repurposed this table, or recycled, I guess.
That is absolutely beautiful. I can't believe it's the same table.
It's a great size, isn't it? And now that it's got the new colour, it just blends right in. And just flanking it with the gorgeous soft chairs rather than the hard chairs, because there's a lot of hard surfaces in this kitchen.
Now, I love the pink.
Well, it's actually drawn out of the timber. So, I mean, this would have to be one of my favourite parts. Being able to take the doors
Yes.
and refinish them. I think a lot of people tend to want to just rip out the whole kitchen. So instead of doing that, maybe it's worthwhile just stopping and actually seeing what you've got and what you can repurpose.
Yeah, what you can work with,
this
yeah.
is classic. I mean, the bench tops dictated the whole colour scheme. And also this part here, you know, I love the fact that we've taken away the cupboards, but not, again, taken away the storage. It's still practical, it still works, but this has now become a focal point for the
It's a
kitchen.
feature. Yeah.
It's really beautiful. We have done well. This is what we set out to achieve. It's so good. Well done.
Yes, high five to us,
Oh,
Tars.
so good.
That's a pass. Tick.
There you go, big tick.
Forget your sorrows, live for tomorrow. Enjoy the ride. One step at a
These days, there are more and more animals in the workplace. It's something I like to see. People taking their pets to work. I'm in Penania, one of Sydney's suburbs, and about to meet Alyssa and her little French Bulldog. She has to take her dog to work. The question is why? Well, let me just say this. Hearing is believing. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm Daniela, how are you?
Very good indeed.
Nice to meet you. I'm Melissa.
Ah, you're my client for the
Yes,
day.
I am.
And I can see my patient. Who's this?
This is Hank.
And you've got a problem with this dog, haven't you?
A big problem.
A big problem.
We can't leave him at home on his own. So
Why?
he yells, screams, howls.
I'm not sure how the neighbours haven't moved out. We're desperate.
You're desperate.
Desperate.
Sounds pretty serious, doesn't it? Let's head home to investigate. Oh, boy. Big indoor plant you got down there, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
First up, I need to see Hank's behaviour in action.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Come on, Hank, let's go. Good boy.
That didn't take him long, and it gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets louder. And he does this even when there's someone and the other dogs out there for him to play with.
Did you observe what happened then?
Yeah,
Kind of
yawned.
yawned.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Ladies, he keeps doing that.
Yeah.
What do you do?
We probably just let him in. We
Okay.
do give in, yeah.
So the dog runs the show.
help.
Okay, so next, let's see what happens when Hank is put in the laundry.
Try taking him out, putting him back in.
You take him out when he's howling.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I wonder if I could just equip us with something, just so we can see what's going on, but not hear what's going on. I'm going to take these back. Okay, we're going to delve back in time. Can you remember when you brought this little puppy home?
It was about end of August last year.
Was he pedigreed and all that sort of stuff?
Yes.
Right.
I was still living at Mum's at the time. We had kept him in the cinema room and he was fine the first 2 nights. I didn't hear a peep out of him. Then the 3rd night, that's when it started. And,
We were trying to crate train
Trying
him.
to crate train him at the time. And he wouldn't stop. And eventually, after a few sleepless nights, we just gave in and brought him up with us.
You gave up
Yeah.
We
on
did.
the 3rd night. You do puppy preschool, for argument's sake.
We went for 1 lesson and didn't go back.
So now we're adding another element to this whole story, aren't we? Because we've got a dog that's not trained either.
No.
Let's suppose you're going away for the weekend and you can't take the dog.
That's when we will call our local vet and we actually pay them to babysit him. Or if it's a restaurant, we don't go anymore. So
Not
it has-
together anyway.
Not together.
We've got a dog with a major behavioural problem
Yeah.
and wants to demand attention 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, and he does, he gets it.
Your dog is an anxious dog. This constant yawning when he's howling is anxiety.
Oh, really?
And I would like to put him on, initially, a little bit of medication to help you. I think lots of things have to change here. Not only do I have to treat this dog, but I have to train the owners as well. He's a French Bulldog, so I'll say, asseyez-vous, s'il vous plaît. So an important first step for Hank is some basic obedience training, using dog treats as a reward. The lead goes on the dog. Good. Now, watch my hand. Hank, stay. It's called positive reinforcement training. 15 seconds. Good. Simple.
No, no. Sit. Drop.
Very good.
Good boy.
We're doing well, aren't we?
Yep. Let's go down, down, drop.
Drop. Use drop. Drop's better. Good. You're getting the drift.
I'm proud of
Yay,
myself.
Grandma!
Grandma!
So how do we go about trying to help this anxiety situation? Because it is so common. We're going to use what is a natural product called Adaptil. It's a pheromone, a scent hormone, and it makes them relaxed. I might need to make it a bit tighter later on. I was hoping that I could use some baby gates here as a way of gradually desensitising his attachment to you. Not practical. Your house is a lovely open plan house. So, you did have a crate when he was young.
We
This
did.
is the same crate. Going to put his blanket in there, shut the door, and going to give him some rewards for being in there. Now let's see how he behaves. Oh, he's nice and quiet. No. Good. No. Good. Good. And what's going to happen over time is that will be further and further away from us, and eventually we will get to the stage where you will say to him, go to crate, and you won't even have to shut the door. Tell him he's good.
Good.
Give me a quick pat.
Good.
That's it. Well done. That's enough.
Good.
So this is basically a pretty harsh demonstration of what to do.
That's right.
To teach you some of the basic techniques. You're not going to fix it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're probably going to take as long as, well, I reckon 42 days before you get a major change in the dog's behaviour. That's pretty normal. Are you willing to try?
Definitely.
You need to.
We have to.
I've got a little present for you for being a good dog. There you are. Oh, Dr. Harry, you're not such a bad dog after all.
Thank you so
I'm going to say bye-bye.
much.
You take care.
Thank
and
you.
I need to know how it's all going.
Definitely
Okay.
will.
Well, to me, I'm in one of the most special places in the world. This is North Sydney Oval. I went to school right across the road, and I grew up as the ball boy for the North Sydney Bears. I remember sitting up there with my family, watching every game, being so proud that this was my home ground. Probably one of the reasons why I became a landscaper was because I saw how beautiful you can make your backyard. And when I was a kid, this was my backyard. Now, it's not just the oval and my beloved bears that I've brought you here to talk about. I'm talking about another love, my love for lawn. So let's speak to the groundsman, find out what you've got to do so your lawn can look as good as this. Jordan, you look after my favourite oval in the whole world. What's that like?
Not a bad place to work, especially this time of year, cricket just around the corner. It's very exciting.
What advice could you give a homeowner? Because it's the same thing, just on a smaller scale.
Fundamentals are the same. We're beginning to take the height down, and by doing that, you are getting rid of the mat and thatch in the grass, which is always good to get rid of from the winter season. You can also, if you've got the option to aerate with a pitchfork or anything else of that variety.
You do this with a pitchfork?
And finally, you can just a springtime feed, and that'll ignite the grass out of dormancy and give you some summer growth.
Congratulations, it looks as good as it did when I was 12 years old, but it just looks a little bit smaller. To tell you the truth, mate, it's not all good memories. I only played here about 5 or 6 times in my life, and I lost every game. And I missed a goal from just over there. Do you mind if I have a crack at another go?
One more go.
Righto.
Get in.
Go the Bears! Well, my work here is done. Now I'm going to show you my second favourite lawn in the whole world. So from the beautiful manicured North Sydney Oval to the second most important lawn in my life, my parents' backyard. Well, turf's come a long way since I was a little kid, and now there's lots of different grasses to choose from. So, the budget end of things, you can still buy kikuyu. The next common one would be cooch. Now, cooch is fantastic if you're a retiree and you've got a heap of time to spend on your lawn. Now, this one here, it's called Tiff Tough. Now, it's super hardy. Modern sports fields are putting this in, which would be perfect for a suburban backyard. Can handle shade. What I've got at my place, Sir Walter, it's a broadleaf, soft-leaf buffalo. It doesn't have the sharp edges like the old stuff. Relatively easy to look after and get a great result out of. And if you want the Penfolds Grange of lawns, well, there's this one, Sir Grange. It's only been in the market in Australia for about 12 months, but there's about 30 or 40 years of research that's gone into it. It's high end, it's a little bit expensive, but, you know, you get what you pay for. Now, Dad's lawn looks good, but I know it can look better, so I'm going to hit it with some fertiliser because spring is the perfect time to get your grass growing. Now, there's lots of different ones to choose from, but because this is looking a tad tired, I'm going to go with the Extreme Green. Within 3 days, because it's got a lot of nitrogen in it, it's going to green up and look like North Sydney Oval. If you're going to try and spread it and do it evenly, you can do it out of the bag by casting it, but it's really hard to get it even. For about 30 bucks, you can pick up one of these. There's a control on the back from 1 to 5, depending on the size of the fertiliser. Pull the trigger in, start winding, start walking. Pretty clever, this fertiliser, because some of it works really well in the first 3 days. That's what's going to green up the lawn. But then there's other stuff in there that slow releases over the next 3 months. So that's super important. Get it looking good straight away, but look after it long term as well. Now, most fertilisers in the past, you had to put them down, throw them out, and water them in straight away and worry about burning the lawn if you didn't. Where this you can throw out and you can wait for the rain to come or do it on a rainy day because it doesn't burn the grass.
Jason, don't be too thorough with that because if it grows that big, I'll have to chop it with a bloody axe to get it down. It'll be higher than me. I don't want that.
It's slow release. You've got to watch the show, mate. Slow release. So
oh, well, yeah.
feed it for 3 months.
Well, I believe you.
It will be good.
Really, I've got to believe you. Because you're my son, I know.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Otherwise, they're telling lies.
Oh,
Okay.
you can go now.
Oh, thanks.
See ya.
What do I leave?
So to have a beautiful lawn, it does take a little bit of maintenance, but not a lot for the rewards that you get back from it. I mean, the memories that I have in this backyard and at that oval, I'll take to my grave. And every time I think of them, I'll have a smile on my face. So I reckon all the mowing and feeding and watering that my parents did, now I do for my family, is well worth it.
Tucked away in the beautiful Cotswolds Hills of England is something quite magical. It all looks like it's just sort of come off the pages of a romantic novel, doesn't it? Sudeley is a stunning Elizabethan castle with an epic royal history that goes back over 1,000 years. And it's all set amongst these amazing gardens and haunting castle ruins. In all, the garden has 3 individual gardens. And this is the jewel in the crown. The Queen's Garden. This is a grand job, Stephen.
Well, it is, yes. It's good on a sunny day like today.
You know, we've spoken and interviewed gardeners in London who look after the Queen's Garden, but you've got a string of queens that have been in this garden.
We certainly have. The original garden on this site was created in the 16th century, and it's actually under this garden.
Really?
Which is amazing. Because it wouldn't have looked like this during the 16th century. It would have been very formal beds.
Yes.
But today, with the roses in full bloom, you've come on exactly the right moment.
One of the most legendary roses of all in this garden is the striped Gallica Rosamundi, a favourite of Henry VIII's tragic queen, Anne Boleyn, who, as the story goes, planted one of these beauties right here in the Tudor parterre. And today, there's more than 80 varieties of roses packed into the palace. It's truly a spectacular rose garden because it tells the history of roses right the way through from the very beginning. Like this fellow here, this is Charles de Mills. Now, it goes back to 1769. Truly, I can't tell you how sweet and strong this perfume is. 1890, this one here is Variegata de Bologna. These are all the French roses when France was leading the charge. Now, these variegated roses have become very popular again, but these 2 roses are an example that actually only flowered once. Now, the breeding changed dramatically over the next couple of 100 years. Now, we end up with this little fellow here, Lady of Shalott. Now, this is a David Austin rose from 2009. Look at the colour, isn't it amazing? This starts flowering in spring and goes through summer, and then you get this wonderful flush in autumn, especially in Australia when the heat is not quite so intense, and then the colour changes a little bit to a deeper apricot. But these are what we call remonted. They flower and flower and flower right the way through the season. The other thing that's lovely about this garden, here they've filled up all the beds with lovely foliages. We've got Alchemilla mollis, the Nepeta blue dragon, lovely waving blossom right the way through there. And then there's Steve's unique choice of hedge. I've got to say, congratulations to you. You're the first gardener in a place like this that has chosen an excellent alternative to Buxus, the box hedge.
Yes, this is Euonymus japonicus Gene Hughes, which we put in as an alternative to box because box has the problem now of 2 types of box blight, and we didn't want that.
It has that same deep green foliage and it's clippable.
It is. It's not been clipped yet because it's only comparatively recently been planted. It is ready for its first clip now.
Wonderful. Well, I might put my hand up for well, I don't know about pruning, but I'll come back and snip the roses with you in summer.
Come back for some deadheading in a few weeks' time.
Deadheading in a few weeks' time. Astrid is the castle's manager here at Sudeley.
We've had countless royals. We've had Richard III, Henry VIII, Elizabeth I has lived here. So it's quite extraordinary, this building and this location.
So what happened here at the banquet hall? It's a grand building with the
Yeah.
roses, but you can see there was obviously a building.
Yeah, well, this whole place was considerably bigger before, but it was the scene of a battle in the Civil War, firing cannon at it, setting it on fire, totally destroying this place and punishing the people who lived here. There's an octagon tower the other side of this little bit here, which still has a cannonball hole. The scrapes that you can see, and left us this fantastic ruin. And since then, these beautiful roses have just grown.
Next to the castle ruins is an inner, intimate courtyard, and it's just beautiful. And here is the castle's very famous knot garden. And it's not just any old random design. In fact, it was taken from Queen Elizabeth I's dress, and the design of her dress was reproduced here in the knot garden. Isn't that incredible? In the middle is a Moorish fountain. The gold is flashing with the water spilling over it. But the planting is even more fascinating. At one end, you've got a cast iron arbour covered with fruiting grape. At the other end, up against the castle, is Cooper's Burmese rose. Now, this is Rosa lavigata, boss of stamens in the centre, so the bees just love it. In fact, you'll find stunning roses everywhere, including all over the castle Chapel Royal. Today, the chapel still holds regular services and is surrounded by its very own stunning garden. White gardens have been famous for years. On the arbour is Francis E. Leicester. It's a beautiful rambling rose with big heads of flowers, and in fact, a very reliable rose, always tough and hardy. Snow Mountain is a David Austin rose from 1985. There's a little touch of lemon, which is enhanced by the stamens in the centre, which the bees are just loving. At ground level, there's lots of shrubs, penstemon, white penstemon there. Beautiful peonies. In fact, white, of course, is the theme right the way through this garden. Our tour guide, Clive, explains the chapel's fascinating tale of its own.
Because we have Queen Catherine Parr, Henry VIII's last wife, the one who survived him, is buried here, the only queen to be buried in a private church. So in 1548, when Queen Catherine Parr was living here, this is where, on a daily basis, she would have come and her ladies-in-waiting to pray.
And just in case you haven't quite got your fill of gardens and ruins, across the castle's green lawns is yet another extraordinary find. Wow. What an incredible building. So, what was this structure?
Well, this was one of the most important buildings on the estate, probably other than the main house you can just see there. This was the tithe barn. Now, everybody who was part of the estate paid a tithe or a tax, and that in those days was wool from their sheep, corn from their fields, and it all came here. This is the bank, it's the store, it's everything. So this was incredibly important, and every big manor house in the country would have a tithe barn.
So this is a very big bank.
Yeah, very big bank with a lot of stuff in it, yes.
Right. The lake here, was that original?
That's the carp pond. Carp was a fish that they would have as fresh fish. You can imagine there's no transport to the coast from here, so you wanted fish, you had to grow it yourself.
Today, of course, the garden has taken over.
Yeah, I know. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. And again, it's all this fragrance and it's just so romantic.
Wisteria over there and the perennials and the roses.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, it smells so beautiful as well. I know it's difficult for everybody to imagine, but it is absolutely gorgeous.
Today, Sudeley Castle is still very much lived in, home to Lady Elizabeth Ashcombe and her children. A lot of the estate is open to the public, and the family is working hard to preserve all its treasures. So future generations can hopefully enjoy this remarkable place for another 1,000 years.